Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm Damo, and on today's Damo's Cars video, we're back with the Peugeot 205. Thought what we'd do today on this video is go through the interior specification of the 1989 1.6 GTI. We're going to look at all the switchgear, all the fairly limited features, it has to be said. So watch this video if you're interested in learning more about what you get on the inside of Peugeot 205 in a lot more detail. We'll get a bit touchy-feely with it. We'll cross-check it against what the manual says and look at what each of the functions do. As soon as you step into a 205, what you notice is it's very light and airy. You obviously don't have the robustness of a modern car in terms of strengthened A-pillars and big, wide, thick doors. You get lots and lots and lots of very good visibility all around, really. And with this, it's not factory, is a dealer pop-out sunroof, which was quite common at the time, and it adds to the light as well. Let's run through the gauges for you then. You get lots of them on a 205. You get obviously your speedometer and your rev counter. So speedometer here, rev counter here. You get in on the left hand side, you get oil pressure, top left. Below that is fuel gauge. On the right hand side is your temperatures. Below right, bottom right down there is coolant temperature, and top right is oil temperature. In the middle you've got your usual array of lights. So handbrake on is the center one. There you go, turn that off. It's got the battery warning light on because it's not yet started. Side lights, normal lights, full beam. I'm not sure if you put the fog light on whether you get any signal on the dash. I don't think you do. I think you only get a signal on the button. So side lights, normal lights, full beam. There you go. Left-hand stalk is purely for wipers. Down. I think down once is intermittent. I think if you twist you get the rear wiper, and if you twist and hold you get the squirty. If you push the button, oh no, you don't push the button, you pull it towards you. I'm not going to do it because the car's nice and clean. Then you get the squirters. Left hand column stalk, you've got your indicators, right, left. That's the switch for the lights, and you also get your horn on the end there. No aircon in this model. I think later, very late 1.9s, in just before they were sort of ending, came with catalytic converters and aircon. Not sure if it was an option, but they did come with it. You just get very, very used normal sort of fan heater controls, so you can either have it off, or you can turn the fan up. Sounds great, doesn't it? And then you've got the temp scrolly wheel. The heater controls are probably one of the distinguishing factors, not the big one, one of the main distinguishing factors between the Phase 1 205s, which you see a lot of. They're commanding a high price now. They tend to be A reg, B reg, sort of 84, 85 before the Phase 1, which is technically kind of a 1.5. Before the Phase 2 came out with the slightly different coloured lights, and I think you got electric windows on the 1.6. Anyway, this is a Phase 1.5, so it's like a Phase 1, but the interior dash is slightly different. You got 3 buttons here, one for the hazard switch, one for the rear heated screen, which all works actually, and one for the rear fog light. Where is the fog light's in an unusual place? You sort of think it's in one of the reflectors, but it's not. It's in the light unit, and I think it's in the reverse light. You've also got an ashtray, which is a little bit dirty, and a cigarette lighter, and the poppy outness of the cigarette lighter doesn't work. This car came with a Clarion stereo, which I have replaced. I've still got it because it didn't work very well, so I was never going to do it, but I ended up doing it. Got this Bluetooth unit down here, very cheap single DIN unit off eBay, just so I could like clip my phone in and have music. I lost, unfortunately, the tape deck, which was a shame. You've got a digital orange clock, which works fine here, and you've got buttons either side to set it. Below here, this was a sort of optional thing. You can't really see it because it's blocked by the phone holder, but there is a cassette tape holder. Moving further around the cabin then, you've got, I'll say, slightly wonky note there about tyre pressures. Did I do that or did someone else do that? I think someone else did that, which is quite handy. There is a fuse box in there as well. Not sure if this is supposed to just drop out or not, but it kind of is a bit bent. There's probably some trim pieces missing and it doesn't fit quite as elegantly as it perhaps could, but nevertheless a good roomy glove box. Also inside, most 205s come with red carpet, unless you get like a green one. I like the red. It's sort of differentiates. Well, it doesn't differentiate. You just know it's in a 205 GTI. You've got red carpet. Even in the 80s, that was quite something. Grab handle for shutting the door, handle for the door, and the classic, slightly faded window winder. No electric windows in this one. If you did have electric windows, or if it were to have electric windows like the later 1.9s, then the switches for the electric windows are in here in the door bins, and you get a little circular blob blocking that off there. No power mirrors in sight. You get an old manual lever. That's the same for the passenger side, so you have to kind of lean over and set it. Not the end of the world. Here you get creaky sun visor. Both sun visors are a bit creaky. Probably could do with a little bit of lubrication. The passenger one gets a vanity mirror. The driver one does not. You've got a interior light here, which is a bit dodge, as you can see. It's supposed to come on when you open the door as well. It only comes on when you open the passenger door, not the driver's door. You've got this quite nice, and it's aged really well, reading light, which just as soon as you slide it over to the side, boop, it comes on. I wonder if that comes on when you take the key out of the ignition. No, it goes off. Phew, you don't want your battery flattening. You get a 3-spoke steering wheel, which it's stitched. I'm not sure if it's leather. This is very original and has been worked on. In the phase 1s you've got a 2-spoke steering wheel, a little bit more dated, so they really brought it up to date. I much prefer the 3-spoke style. In the back of the 205 you get back seats, obviously, which you access by lifting that lever there. It actually slides forward as well as lift up. You get the same fabric seats in the rear. You get 3 belts, 2. The middle one is a lap belt, and then you get 2 kind of over belts. The other thing you get in here is poppy out windows for ventilation and fresh air. You get split 70-40, that's not right, 60-40 rear seats, so you can clip that and the seat moves forward. You can actually pull out, I can demonstrate it, the fuel pump's under here I think, quite common. There you go, there's a, pull that first, slight bit of surface rust, and then move your seat forward and you have a Peugeot 205 van. Very cool. I'm going to manoeuvre this back, keep the seatbelts in one hand. There you go. So if you haven't done, check out the other videos on the channel, because there's lots of videos on the Peugeot 205. There's a playlist on there, jobs we've done, fixes we've done, everything, the shows we've been to, it's all on there. So please go and check it out. If you are new to the channel, subscribe, write in the comments, tell us what you think, and most importantly, give it a like. The next videos on the 205, hopefully we're going to explore a little bit more about the history of the Peugeot 205, this particular one, because it's quite interesting generally if you like kind of the history of cars. This one's got quite an interesting story, so I thought I'd dedicate a video and go into that a little bit more. And then maybe next time, we've done an interior video today, maybe next time we'll focus on some of the exterior and the styling in a little bit more detail. Thanks for watching. As I said, don't forget, subscribe, like, comment, share. See you again very soon. Cheers.